Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Matt and Sara Podcast. I am Matt.
And I am Sara. Hi, everyone. We are so happy you are here with us today.
Yes, we love having you here. This podcast is for English learners, beginners, people who are just starting to learn English.
That is right. We speak slowly and clearly so you can understand. And today we have a very, very important topic.
Very important, yes. Today we are going to talk about something that many people struggle with. Many people have this problem.
And the topic is, don't quit before success.
Yes, don't quit before success. This means don't stop before you reach your goal. Don't give up too early.
I love this topic, Matt. It is so important, not only for learning English, but for life in general.
Exactly. And for our listeners who are learning English, this message is for you too. Don't quit. Keep going.
Okay, let's start slowly. Matt, can you explain the word quit? Some of our listeners might not know it.
Of course. The word quit means to stop, to give up. When you quit something, you stop doing it. You don't continue.
Good. And success. What does success mean?
Success means when you achieve something good, when you reach your goal. For example, if you want to learn English and you become fluent, that is success.
Perfect. So don't quit before success means don't stop before you reach your goal.
Exactly. Keep going. Keep trying, even when it is hard.
Matt, let's talk about why people quit. Why do people stop before they reach their goals?
That is a great question, Sara. I think the number one reason is it is too hard.
Yes. When something is difficult, people feel frustrated. Do you know the word frustrated?
Frustrated means you feel upset because something is not working. It is not going the way you want. You feel stuck.
I felt frustrated many times when I was learning new things. Have you, Matt?
Oh, absolutely. Many times. For example, when I was learning to play guitar, I practiced every day, but some days I felt like I was not improving.
And what did you do? Did you quit?
No, I did not quit, but I wanted to. I really wanted to stop sometimes.
Huh. Honestly, I understand that feeling. When you practice and you don't see results, you think, why am I doing this?
Exactly. And that is the dangerous moment. That is the moment when people quit, right before things get better.
That is so true, Matt. People quit right before the good part comes.
Yes. Think about it like this. Imagine you are digging for gold. You dig and dig and dig. It is very hard work.
And then you get tired, and you stop.
And you stop. But the gold was just 1 meter away. So close.
Oh, that is a very good example. You were so close, but you didn't know it.
Right. The problem is, when you are in the middle, you cannot see the end. You cannot see the success that is waiting for you.
So you have to trust the process. Do you know this expression? Trust the process?
Yes, trust the process means believe that if you keep going, things will get better. Don't give up just because you can't see the results yet.
I love that. Trust the process. Let's say it together. Trust the process.
Trust the process. Good.
Matt, let's connect this topic to our listeners. Many of them are learning English right now, and I think many of them feel like quitting sometimes.
I am sure they do. Learning a language is not easy. It takes a long time. It takes a lot of patience.
Patience. This is a beautiful word. Patience means the ability to wait, to keep going without getting angry or upset.
And when you are learning English, you need a lot of patience because it takes months, sometimes years.
Yes, and many people start learning English full of energy. They are very excited. They study every day.
And then, after a few weeks, the energy goes down.
It is like a balloon that is losing air. In the beginning, whoosh, full of air, but slowly, slowly.
I like that image, the balloon metaphor.
And the student starts to think, maybe I am not good at languages. Maybe English is too difficult for me.
But that is not true. English is difficult for everyone at the beginning. Everyone struggles.
Everyone, without exception.
If someone tells you English was always easy for me, I don't believe them.
Right. Even native English speakers made mistakes when they were children.
Exactly. And the key is, when you feel like quitting, that is actually a sign that you are learning.
Oh, say that again, Matt. That was very good.
When you feel like quitting, when it feels very hard, that means your brain is working. You are growing. You are improving.
Yes, it is like exercise. When you go to the gym and you lift weights, your muscles hurt, your arms hurt, but that means they are getting stronger.
The discomfort is part of the process. The difficulty is part of the process.
And if you stop when it hurts, you don't get stronger. You stay the same.
Exactly. But if you push through, if you keep going even when it is hard, you come out stronger on the other side.
I love this conversation, Matt. This is so motivating. I feel like going and studying something right now.
Me too. Okay, let's take a moment. Let's review the words we said so far. Ready?
Ready.
Quit. To stop. To give up.
Success. When you reach your goal. When you achieve something.
Frustrated. Feeling upset because something is not working.
Patience. The ability to wait and keep going without getting angry.
Trust the process. Believe that things will get better if you keep going.
These are very useful words. Vocabulary that you can use in real life.
Sarah, I want to share some stories now. Stories of famous people who almost quit before they became successful.
Oh, I love this part. Please, go ahead.
Okay. Do you know who J.K. Rowling is?
Yes, she wrote Harry Potter, right?
Yes, Harry Potter, one of the most successful book series in the world. Millions and millions of copies sold.
And now she is very, very successful and very rich.
But before all that success, she almost quit. She was a single mother, she didn't have much money, her book was rejected by many publishers.
Rejected? What does rejected mean?
Rejected means someone said no. The publisher looked at her book and said, "No, we don't want this."
How many times was she rejected?
12 times. 12 publishers said no to Harry Potter.
12 times? That is a lot of no. Most people would stop after 2 or 3 times.
Yes, but she kept going. She didn't quit. And then, finally, a publisher said yes, and the rest is history.
That is amazing. So if she had quit after the 11th no, we would never have Harry Potter.
Never. The world would be a different place.
Do you have another story?
Yes, Thomas Edison. Do you know him?
Yes, he invented the light bulb.
That is right. And do you know how many times he failed before he succeeded?
5 times? 10 times?
1,000 times. He failed 1,000 times before the light bulb worked.
1,000? Oh my goodness.
And someone asked him, "How does it feel to fail 1,000 times?" And Edison said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. I found 1,000 ways that don't work."
Wow, that is a very powerful way to think about failure.
Right. He didn't see failure as failure. He saw it as learning. Every time he failed, he learned something new.
So the mindset is very important. Mindset, do you know this word?
Yes, mindset means the way you think, your attitude, how you see things.
Your mindset can be positive or negative. If you have a positive mindset, you see problems as opportunities to learn.
And if you have a negative mindset, you see problems as reasons to quit.
Exactly. So the same problem can make one person quit and another person grow stronger.
It's all about perspective, how you look at the situation.
I like that. Perspective, the way you look at something.
Okay, Sarah, now let's give our listeners some practical tips, things they can do to avoid quitting.
Yes, practical. This means real and useful, things you can do in real life.
Tip number 1, set small goals. Don't only think about the big goal, think about small steps.
For example, if your big goal is to speak English fluently, don't only think about that big goal. It feels too far away.
Instead, think about small goals. For example, this week I will learn 10 new words.
Or, this week I will watch 1 English video every day.
Small goals are easier to reach, and when you reach a small goal, you feel good. You feel motivated.
And that motivation helps you keep going. It's like fuel for a car. Small wins are your fuel.
I love that. Small wins are your fuel. Tip number 2, celebrate your progress.
Celebrate! Yes, don't wait until you are perfect to feel proud of yourself.
If you understand a word that you didn't understand before, celebrate. That is progress.
If you said a complete sentence in English today, celebrate. That is progress.
Progress, not perfection. We say this a lot. Progress, that means you're moving forward. Perfection means you are perfect. And perfection is impossible. Nobody is perfect. So focus on progress.
Tip number 3. Remember why you started.
Oh, this is a beautiful tip. Why did you start learning English? Do you remember?
Maybe you started because you want a better job, or because you want to travel, or because you love music in English.
Whatever your reason is, remember it. Write it down on paper. Put it somewhere you can see every day.
When you feel like quitting, look at that reason and remember, this is why I started.
Your why is very powerful. Your reason keeps you going.
Tip number 4. Find a community. Find people who are on the same journey as you.
Yes, learning alone is hard. When you have people around you who are also learning, you feel supported.
And you can encourage each other. Encourage. This means to support someone, to tell them, keep going, you can do it.
We all need encouragement sometimes. And actually, this podcast is part of your community. We're here with you every episode.
That's right. Every time you listen to the Matt and Sara podcast, you are practicing English. You are making progress.
And we are cheering for you. We believe in you.
100%. Okay, Matt, tip number 5?
Tip number 5, be kind to yourself.
Oh, yes, this is so important.
Many people are very hard on themselves. They make a mistake and they think, I'm so stupid. I'm so bad at this.
And that is not helpful. That is not kind. Would you say that to a friend?
No. If a friend made a mistake, you would say, it's okay. Don't worry. Try again, right?
Yes. So speak to yourself the same way. Be your own best friend.
Mistakes are normal. Mistakes are how we learn. Every mistake is a lesson.
In English, we have a nice expression. Fall down 7 times, stand up 8.
Oh, I love that. Can you say it again, Sarah?
Fall down 7 times, stand up 8.
This means even if you fail many times, you always get up again. You always try again.
That is the spirit of success, getting up again and again.
Sarah, I want to talk about something very interesting, something that many successful people talk about.
What is it?
The turning point, the moment just before success.
The turning point. What does that mean exactly?
Okay, imagine you are on a long journey. You're walking, and you are tired, very tired. Your feet hurt. You want to stop.
That sounds very hard.
And just when you feel the most tired, just when you want to stop the most, that is when you are closest to your destination.
Oh, so the hardest moment is right before you arrive?
Yes, this happens in so many areas of life, in exercise, in business, in learning languages.
So if you quit at the hardest moment, you quit right before the good part.
Exactly, right before the breakthrough.
Breakthrough. This is a new word for some people. What does breakthrough mean?
A breakthrough is a sudden, big improvement, like a door that was closed and suddenly, boom, it opens. Everything becomes easier.
In language learning, the breakthrough is when you suddenly start to understand more, when things click.
Yes. Have you had that experience, Sarah? When something suddenly clicked?
Oh yes, definitely. I remember when I was studying, and for a long time I felt like I was not improving. And then one day I listened to something and I understood almost everything. It was like magic.
And that feeling is incredible. But it only came because you kept going. If you had stopped earlier, that moment would never have come.
That is so true. The breakthrough only comes if you stay in the game.
Stay in the game. That is a great expression. It means don't quit. Keep going. Stay involved.
So remember, listeners, the breakthrough is coming, but only if you stay in the game.
Let's talk specifically about English learning now. Sarah, what is your advice for people who feel like quitting English?
My first advice is change what you are doing. Sometimes people feel like quitting because they are bored, not because it is too hard, but because it is boring.
That is a great point. If your study routine is boring, you will lose motivation.
So change it. Try something new. Watch a TV show in English. Listen to music in English. Read a children's book in English.
Yes, learning doesn't have to be only books and exercises. It can be fun.
Find what you enjoy and use English to do that thing.
For example, if you love cooking, watch cooking videos in English. If you love football, watch football commentary in English.
Connect English to things you love. Then it doesn't feel like studying, it feels like entertainment.
And slowly, your English improves without you even noticing.
That is the best kind of learning, natural learning.
Okay, Sarah, what is your second advice?
Second advice, be consistent. Consistency is more important than intensity.
Consistent, this means doing something regularly, every day or almost every day.
Intensity means doing a lot at one time. For example, studying for 8 hours one day.
Many people think, I will study for 10 hours on Sunday. That'll be enough.
But that is not how language learning works. Your brain needs repetition. It needs to see and hear things many times.
So, 15 minutes every day is better than 3 hours one day per week.
Exactly. Small and consistent. Every day. Even 5 or 10 minutes.
When you listen to this podcast every day, you are being consistent, and consistency is what leads to success.
Yes, we are so proud of our listeners who come back every day. You are doing the work. You are consistent.
And you will succeed. We are sure of it. Okay, let's review all the vocabulary from today's episode. Are you ready, Sarah?
Ready. Let's go.
Word number 1, quit. Q-U-I-T. Quit. This means to stop, to give up.
Don't quit. Keep going.
Word number 2, success. S-U-C-C-E-S-S. Success. This means reaching your goal, achieving something good.
Hard work leads to success.
Word number 3, frustrated. F-R-U-S-T-R-A-T-E-D. Frustrated. This means feeling upset because something is not working.
I felt frustrated when I didn't understand the lesson.
Word number 4, patience. P-A-T-I-E-N-C-E. Patience. This means the ability to wait and keep going without getting angry.
Learning English requires a lot of patience.
Word number 5, progress. P-R-O-G-R-E-S-S. Progress. This means moving forward, getting better.
I can see my progress. I understand English more now.
Word number 6, mindset. M-I-N-D-S-E-T. Mindset. This means the way you think, your attitude.
A positive mindset helps you keep going.
Word number 7, breakthrough. B-R-E-A-K-T-H-R-O-U-G-H. Breakthrough. This means a sudden, big improvement.
One day, I had a breakthrough. I understood everything.
Word number 8, consistent. C-O-N-S-I-S-T-E-N-T. Consistent. This means doing something regularly, every day or almost every day.
Be consistent. Study a little every day.
Word number 9, encourage. E-N-C-O-U-R-A-G-E. Encourage. This means to support someone, to tell them they can do it.
We encourage you to keep learning English.
And word number 10, perspective. P-E-R-S-P-E-C-T-I-V-E. Perspective. This means the way you look at something, your point of view.
Change your perspective. See mistakes as lessons. Matt, I want to speak directly to our listeners for a moment. I want to talk to the person who is listening right now and maybe feeling a little bit discouraged.
Yes, let's talk to that person.
Maybe you started learning English 3 months ago or 6 months ago, and you feel like your English is still not good.
And you compare yourself to others. You see someone on social media who speaks English perfectly, and you think, I will never be that good.
But stop. Stop right there. Comparison is a dangerous thing.
Why? Because you're comparing your beginning to someone else's middle or someone else's end.
Oh, that is such an important point. When you see someone speaking English fluently on YouTube, you don't see all the years of practice behind that.
You don't see all the mistakes they made, all the times they felt embarrassed, all the times they didn't understand.
You only see the final result, and you compare it to your beginning. That is not fair to yourself.
Everyone starts at 0. Everyone begins with nothing. Even the best English speakers in the world started from 0.
So the only person you should compare yourself to is yourself from yesterday or yourself from last month.
Are you better than yesterday? Even a little? Then you're on the right track.
And I am sure you are. If you are here listening to this podcast in English, you are already better than you think.
And here's something important. Making mistakes when you speak English is not a problem. It is not something to be ashamed of.
Ashamed, that means feeling embarrassed, feeling bad because you did something wrong.
Don't be ashamed of mistakes. Mistakes mean you're trying, and trying is the most important thing.
A person who makes mistakes is a person who is brave. They are trying to communicate. That is courage.
Courage. This means being brave, doing something even when you're afraid.
It takes courage to speak a foreign language. It takes courage to try, and you have that courage.
Every time you open your mouth and try to say something in English, that is courage. Even if you make mistakes, even if your pronunciation is not perfect.
The goal is communication. The goal is to express yourself and to be understood, and you can do that.
Think about babies. When a baby is learning to walk, do we get angry when they fall?
No, we celebrate. We say, "Oh, look, they're trying. How wonderful."
And when they fall, we help them stand up again. We encourage them. We say, "Try again. You can do it."
We should treat ourselves the same way. When we make a mistake, we should say, "Good, I tried. Now let me try again."
That is a beautiful mindset. The baby mindset. Babies don't give up. They fall 100 times and they always stand up.
And one day, they don't just walk, they run.
And one day, you won't just understand a little English. You will understand almost everything. You will feel free in English.
That freedom is coming, I promise.
We promise.
But only if you don't quit.
Only if you keep going, day after day, little by little, step by step.
And we will be here every step of the way. That's what this podcast is for.
Every episode is a step forward for you. Every word you learn is a brick in the building of your English.
And that building is getting taller and taller every single day.
Wow, we talked about a lot today. I feel so energized.
Me too. This topic is so important. I really hope our listeners feel motivated after this episode.
I hope so too. Let's do a quick summary. What are the most important things from today?
First, don't quit. When things are hard, that is when you are closest to your breakthrough.
Second, trust the process. Keep going, even when you don't see results yet.
Third, set small goals. Celebrate small wins. Progress, not perfection.
Fourth, remember your why. Remember why you started.
Fifth, be consistent. A little every day is better than a lot one day.
And sixth, be kind to yourself. You're doing great, really.
We mean that. If you're listening to this podcast right now, you are already doing something amazing.
You're practicing English. You're learning. You're moving forward. That is success already.
Your future self, the fluent English speaker you will become, is so proud of you right now.
Oh, I love that, Sarah. Your future self is proud of you.
Because every time you practice, every time you listen, every time you try, you are building that future.
Brick by brick, day by day, you are building it.
And one day, and this day will come, you will wake up and think, "Wow, my English is really good now."
And you'll remember the beginning, when it was hard, and you will be proud that you didn't quit.
That is a beautiful moment to look forward to.
So, keep going, everyone. Don't quit before success. Success is waiting for you.
It is right there, just around the corner.
Thank you so much for listening to the Matt and Sara podcast today. We really appreciate every single one of you.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please share it with a friend who is also learning English.
And come back for our next episode. We will have more great content, more vocabulary, and more conversations just like this one.
Until then, keep practicing, keep learning, and remember,
Don't quit before success.
goodbye, everyone.
Bye. See you next time.